Good morning, I'm Sunetra Choudhury, political editor of the Hindustan Times, bringing you all that you need to know about COVID-19 on Monday, the 14th of September. Our top story is COVID-19 less fatal in rural areas where it is spreading at the moment than in urban areas. Well, Hindustan Times study of data acquired from all of these kinds of areas, from totally urban to entirely rural areas, shows that in mostly urban areas the death rate is 2.4% as opposed to 1.3% in mostly rural areas. Now if you go to entirely rural areas, then it is less than 1%. And when Hindustan Times asked doctors why this is so, they seem to be divided. A section of health experts seem to feel that the reason why the fatality rate was coming lower in rural areas is because the collection of data may be impaired there. It's just not as good. While other people seem to attribute it to the fact that in rural areas people are generally healthier, they have lower blood pressure and do not have as many comorbidities as they do in urban areas, thus leading to a lower fatality rate. So that's the good news coming from the fact that we have rising cases, more than 90,000 every day, and the cases don't seem to be subsiding in India. So the good news from the study that's coming up there. Well, today is also the day that we'll see Parliament starting. It's a session that is going to go on till the 1st of October, and there's also a one-day session that Delhi government is holding, and ahead of that session they've been doing COVID tests and parliamentarians, and it turns out that there are at least 5 MPs in the capital who have tested positive. They haven't revealed their constituencies or their identities. What they're saying is that confirmatory tests are on. Before this, we'd already reported that 50 officials working in Parliament have also tested positive. So this session of Parliament that is taking place is completely unprecedented, and a lot of precautions are being taken place so that these number of cases don't increase. The cases in the capital has specifically been rising. They've seen a resurgence in September. And yet, despite that, the government has now allowed gyms and yoga centers to open up. They have also issued specific directions for them to open. They've said that there should be 6 feet apart. All equipment to be used in gyms should be 6 feet apart. They've also asked them to utilize any outdoor space that may be available. Remember, anything outside AC vents is seen to be safer in this COVID environment, and maintain social distancing as much as possible. Now, this comes in the midst of Delhi's health minister announcing that they expect this surge that we are seeing, where we're seeing more than 4,000 cases every single day, which is unprecedented in the capital. They're saying that this should stabilize in 2 weeks. So fingers crossed over there. And finally, what we're also hearing is that entire COVID environment has now become such a key aspect of life and politics that US President Donald Trump, in a rally that was held over the weekend, cited how many tests he's doing and the kind of praise that he's got from the Indian Prime Minister. On a rally on Saturday, he said that Prime Minister Modi had called him up and commended him for the amount of testing that the US has done. Of course, there was no corroboration of this from the Indian side. Those are the news updates for now. Keep tracking them on hindustantimes.com.